Welcome to Fighting Spirit for game number 2 of our second semifinal. In the top left corner, wearing green, your Zerg player, he's up 1-0. Just needs this game to move on to the finals to face Arthur. It is, from the bestest friends, Franscar.
And down in the bottom right-hand corner, playing as the Teal Terran, hoping to make it to an epic Game 3, it is smokeybear.
smokeybear, having some cool ideas last game, but maybe just a little bit over-aggressive. So we'll see how he handles things on a more standard map, such as Fighting Spirit. Much easier to defend against any sort of ling run by shenanigans with just only one choke here to worry about to defend your natural. smokeybear completely foregoing any sort of bunkers or supply depot walls or really any of the normal defensive structures you would build in the last game. So Franscar able to do plenty of damage just with small ling run buys and take a sizable lead.
Yeah, those early ling run buys last game did a lot of damage, forced the army to pull back a few times.
Yep. Franscar gonna go ahead and throw down that hatchery. Gonna be getting hatch first.
Probably gonna get a pool next because he's not that crazy.
Right? No? You sure? No? No third before pool?
That's cool. A little insane.
That would be pretty cool. Yeah. That's pretty risky though. You see it every once in a while. You'll see somebody go just totally nuts. You go for that.
Franscar not that insane. Getting a pool. Yeah. Like a normal person.
Totally normal. Boring. Alright.
God. And we do have a command center before any Marines come out, so just wants to sneak that out, and it's actually on the low ground.
Yep. And it should be relatively safe here with the fact that Franscar was getting that hatchery before the pool. Now, of course, he does need to get some Marines and get a bunker down there. But hopefully this build will make him build a bunker.
I see what you did there with your words.
Yeah.
And we do have an base hatch again. One little subtle thing to do, he's building a hatchery in between his bases, just wants to get a little more creep spread, make it so he can move his queens around a little easier.
Yep. That is very true. That is a good reason to have that positioning there. Such high-level insight, Kellis. Well done.
Well, thank you, sir.
And here we do have the SCV Scout going to be able to see everything. We do have the first 2 lings are currently in production. So smokeybear able to see everything that's going on. But there's not a whole lot to see here yet except for that in-base hatchery.
But both players got gas. They don't want to just make Marines and Zerglings all game. They have higher aspirations than that.
Yeah, gas is good. That helps you build other things. Always a plus. We do have the engineering bay finishing up here for smokeybear, so pretty early engineering bay. So I don't think that he was building this just to be safe against mutas or anything like that. I'm assuming that he's going to be trying to get some sort of attack upgrades for his bio, that engineering bay, and that is exactly
what we see. And do a very quick +1.
So smokeybear might be looking to get a bit aggressive, some sort of bio push here off of 2 bases after +1 finishes. We'll see, no tech lab, no second barracks coming down. Okay, there's the barracks. Another barracks is coming down now for smokeybear.
I'm actually surprised to not see a tech lab. Surprised he doesn't want to get a few medics to push out or start getting stim either.
Yeah, maybe we will see a tech lab come down here relatively soon. You're gonna want to have that stim and medics at some point, and maybe even try to go for the range if you were to see Mutalisk coming out. But we do actually see the Hydralisk Den. Yep,
and the macro hatch is becoming a lair.
Oh, cool. That's a nice choice for that. I like that. You might not necessarily scan that macro hash to look for a layer timing or something like that, although I don't think smokeybear is scanning to see a layer timing anyway. We do see 3 queens out here, so Franscar definitely using those queens up.
Maybe we'll make a new meta where you hide the macro hatch in your base and make that a lair.
Maybe. Yeah. Be like, why does he have a lair yet? What is he doing? I don't see a third either.
Well, lurkers! Ah!
I'm dead! Alright, we do see the lurker den is on the way, as well as the stim for the Terran player. And wow, here come the barracks now, adding on 3 of them.
That's a lot of barracks.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a pretty aggressive play here from smokeybear. The lurkers do well. Do well. Such awkward wording. Against the bio though. But with some nice splits and some careful micro, bio can take down the lurkers with the scans. But yeah, no gas. Now I don't know if Franscar was able to see that smokeybear doesn't have a gas here in the natural. Well, no, he has the overlord right here.
Yeah,
He totally knows
he
it.
sees that.
Oh,
that is a lot. What? That is so many barracks.
Whoa! What is this? This is nuts.
Jeez, and he hasn't stopped worker production quite yet either.
Wow, this should be crazy amounts of Marines and medics. And he's getting the Marine range as well. We do see Franscar getting the third up in the top right corner. And I don't think I've ever seen anything like this, actually.
This is me.
Barracks off of 2 bases with 1 gas. It's going to be just trying to pump out insane amounts of Marines.
And with the overcharge, too. That's a lot of Marines.
Now, he might need to... Well, no, I forget that the scan is not on energy. Here come some lurkers going to try to get that back into the SCV line. Gotta place it. Oh no, these SCVs! Oh, he's lost so many of them already, and he's not scanning the lurkers. He didn't see the ones coming in the back. Oh no, Franscar doing so much damage. Before
he might just be, he might just be dead, but he is making a lot of units. Got some fire bats, so he might be able to hold this off. But
yeah, no, he still does have more workers than Franscar though. Oh, but oh no, he's not. Oh, he pushed down right on top of all those lurkers. Now there are large numbers of Marines coming out, but the rally is not very good. Okay, he will wind up
take
cleaning it up.
That worker. Right?
Okay.
Okay.
And he's not in a terrible position actually, surprisingly. He lost only 8 SCVs, which is not great, but it could have been a lot worse. But those 2 lurkers are actually still there. Okay, he has to know those lurkers are there now. Well, there's a 9th one.
And there's the scan, and he should be able to pick them up. And he does so with relatively minimal losses.
Yeah, it was a nice job there of pulling those front 2 Marines, splitting them apart to tank the damage. And Franscar did do a bit of droning behind that, and now does have a 7 worker lead. smokeybear does repair that up. Now he hit right before this huge number of barracks started pumping out the units, so it was a nice timing there from Franscar. Because if he had come a minute or 2 later, there'd been a really large bio force here, and that might not have worked nearly as well. So Franscar with the drone transfer over to the 3rd is going to have a really nicely spread out economy across these 3 bases. But here comes the large number of Marines, fire bats, and medics.
And 8 Marines on a way at a time, so this is pretty all in.
Yeah, I would say so. Still never getting a gas at the natural. He's extremely all in. There's not any tech coming behind this. He is not. But it might just hit at a really good timing here where Franscar is trying to transition over to mutas.
And Franscar doesn't actually have any spawn crawls at all, so he might be able to go in and kill the workers and deal a lot of damage.
Yeah, Franscar also teching a little bit more, getting that Viper Nest, trying to transition to Hive over here. Now Smokey needs to do a nice job of spreading his units out, getting the fire bats in the front, do some scans, and he could do quite a bit of damage here. Hydra's really not very good against bio either, although they will do well against the fire bats. Fire bats are armor.
Oh jeez, and Hive's on the way too. Franscar has no idea.
But here comes the push! Here come the fire bats! Fire bats getting taken down here relatively quickly.
Gotta spread. Oh, does it?
Oh, it quite enough. It's trying to focus down the lurkers, but it will be enough to take it all down. It's just medics left here. Franscar does hold it, and even 2 of the lurkers do survive. So Franscar getting those Hydras in the front actually was really important. That those Hydralists were able to take down the fire bats, which were in the front of the tank.
These Marines, they just have to be careful with the splits because those lurkers choose the Marines like there's no tomorrow.
Yep, and there they do it again. Now I think that Smokey really needs to wait a little bit here and try to catch the lurkers. So right now, lurkers are coming out, they're unburrowed. Might be able to get some
there's a few splitting links though. I'm not sure if he can push this off, and yeah, he has to retreat for now. Oh, and there's a lot of Marines that we might be able to take out.
Oh, doesn't quite even get the one lurker that he was focus firing down.
Oh, and the
Marines, the reinforced Marines walking across the lurkers here, getting surrounded. They're all spread out. Lings able to take them down just by themselves. Yeah, and smokeybear is just he's in a terrible position now. How many times he stimmed those Marines here?
He does take out a worker with the few Marines, but yeah, he knows that there's a GG.
Yeah, GG from smokeybear. No tech on the field. Just going for the 8 Barracks bio push.
That was a really cool push, though. You can definitely make that work.
Yeah, had Franscar not attacked right when he did, it would have worked out better for him. So Franscar is going to be moving on to our finals to face Arthur. Ho ho ho! Arthur versus Franscar finals. $25. Here we go.
Replay saved.